Continuing our candidate profiles for the upcoming municipal election on November 2nd, Newton News spoke with Incumbent Councilor Deb Crossley about her campaign for the Ward 5 Councilor-at-Large seat. She is running against Incumbent Councilor Andreae Downs and challenger Rena Getz. Voters citywide may vote for two candidates.
If you had to ask Deborah Crossley what her greatest strength is, she would say leadership. The City Councilor-at-Large for Ward 5 is up for re-election and says that if voters should take any message away from her, it's that the time she spent in City Council shows that she can not only work hard, but work smart.
I served for all 12 years on the Public Facilities Committee. I'm passionate about infrastructure and taking better care of our place, both our built and natural environments. And when I came onto the City Council, there were no clear plans for improving our infrastructure, our roads, our sidewalks, our parks.
Before entering politics, she was an architect. Her company, Deborah Crossley Architect, worked in mixed-income housing and special needs housing, and has built new solar-powered homes. She says that her background in architecture has given her the tools to figure out how to navigate through infrastructure and housing in Newton.
The stormwater system, we've done a lot of work, but it's evolving. These are critical systems to human habitation. If you might not notice it unless you get a backup into your basement of sewage, or if your water's not clean. But this was a critical time to do this work. I also brought the Green Communities program in my very first year to the City of Newton. It required a lot of boots on the ground to get the council and the school committee and the mayor at the time to adopt the enabling program that made us a green community, qualified us for a green community. Now we have a plan.
Much like how an architect has blueprints for a house, Crossley has blueprints for city projects. One example is Newton's 2013 Capital Improvement Plan, which allowed for spending to improve Newton's schools, energy communications, and stormwater systems. Crossley sees the 2013 CIP as a cornerstone in Newton development, and says that it paved the way for City Council to push forward in advancing infrastructure proposals.
We need to plan better for the future, for the current and future needs of our community. We have big challenges in the City of Newton. We don't have sufficient housing affordable to a wide range of people. We don't allow multifamily housing by right anywhere in the city. We have a protracted development process that probably scares some of the smaller developers away, the ones that people say they want to work with.
As city councilor, Crossley understands how important relationships are with other members of the government. During Mayor Seti Warden's administration, Crossley expressed some disappointment that some of her projects, like the Energy Commission, could not really go far in its goals. But under the leadership of Mayor Ruth Ann Fuller, she says that she is able to really take on more leadership roles and that there has been a path forward for her ideas.
Under this mayor, I did have a hand in, both as chair of the Public Facilities Committee and now as chair of the Zoning and Planning Committee, in drawing and now implementing the Climate Action Plan. We have a long way to go, but this is the first mayor that's taken a step forward in the way that this has come forward. Working with the Citizens Commission on Energy very closely, who developed a more aggressive and long-term plan than the city was able to tackle. We melded the two and passed a climate action plan that really has teeth and is very challenging.
When it comes to talking to voters, Crossley says that she is one of the only few candidates that not only has talked about success, but has been able to present success in her time as city councilor. As a chair of the Zoning and Planning Committee, and as someone who has devoted more time to her job in public service, Crossley is determined to make the case that actions speak louder than words.
They don't know how. They can't. It's hard for them to distinguish among the candidates. It's really hard to do that if you just go to somebody's website or look at the mailers they send around. One person could be telling the truth and another may not. And or might be stretching the truth or whatever. You need a good investigative reporter to get underneath what's really going on.
Adam Bass, Newton News, Newton Upper Falls.